These are the 7 primary reasons why you're broke. Understanding these factors helps you overcome financial struggles and pave the way toward a brighter future, just like Ron did. Let's start with reason number 1. You try to appear rich. Meet Ron, a 35-year-old man from Kentucky who had big dreams but always seemed to be struggling with his finances. Ron worked hard, putting in long hours at a job that paid him a decent wage. However, his wallet never seemed to match his aspirations. It was like chasing a mirage in the desert. One day, Ron had a revelation. He realized that his failure to live within his means was the root cause of his financial difficulties. That's when Ron stumbled upon a profound truth. Every purchase he made wasn't merely a transaction involving dollars, but rather a trade-off involving his precious time and hard work. He finally managed to resist the temptation of purchasing materialistic items he didn't really need. For example, the sleek car he had been dreaming about, a magnificent beauty with a price tag of $30,000. At first glance, he thought, I have that amount saved up, I can just buy it. But Ron knew there was more to consider. He decided to calculate the true cost of owning that coveted car. With his monthly salary of $2,000 and working 8-hour days for 22 days a month, he discovered that each hour of his work was only worth $11.36. To afford that dream car, Ron would have to sacrifice a staggering 2,641 hours of his time. That's the equivalent to 331 full working days. As Ron reflected on this realization, he couldn't help but question if the car's allure was truly worth giving up more than 1.5 years of his life. Realizing the irony, Ron chuckled to himself. Although the car was still his dream car, he realized it wasn't worth losing more than 1.5 years of his life. The expensive purchase wasn't in line with his objective of achieving financial security and freedom. It was time to put his hard-earned money first and make more informed decisions. Ron made the decision to lower his standard of living starting that day. His fantasies of designer belts, pricey suits, and flashy accessories were bid farewell. No Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Armani, and definitely no Rolex. He embraced a modest lifestyle, making calculated decisions that would lead him to financial success. Ron learned that being wealthy wasn't about appearing wealthy. It was about understanding the value of money, respecting his hard work, and making choices aligned with his financial goals. Do you wonder why Ron didn't pursue his dream of financial freedom earlier? Fear held him back. But what if I told you there's a solution? Let's continue with reason number 2. You are controlled by fear. Ron had dreams, big dreams, that shimmered in his eyes like stars in the night sky. But he was unaware that fear was hiding in the shadows. Fear, like a cunning trickster, had a way of creeping into Ron's mind, whispering doubts and planting seeds of uncertainty. It was fear that held him back from taking risks, fear that made him shy away from opportunities. And as the days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years, Ron found himself trapped in a web of hesitations, always responding with a timid no. But one day, as Ron looked around, he noticed something peculiar. There were people around him who seemed to be living the life he had always dreamed of. They reveled in their successes while he watched from the sidelines, filled with envy. Ron couldn't help but wonder what made them different. What gave them the courage to chase their dreams with unwavering determination? It was as if they had a secret, a superpower that enabled them to sprint past fear and embrace life's opportunities. That's when Ron realized that fear was his greatest obstacle, the thief that stole his chances of wealth and prosperity. If he wanted to break free from its clutches, he had to transform his mindset. He had to summon the bravery of a marathon runner, pushing past every doubt and uncertainty. And so, with newfound determination, Ron made a pledge to himself. He vowed to conquer fear once and for all, to embrace risk, and to seize life's opportunities with open arms. Ron was dreaming of swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck. But here's the catch. He lacked the vital habits and goals of those he admired. This is how Ron finally developed the right mindset. Reason number 3. Your lucky financial goals. Ron was a man with big dreams and had a knack for daydreaming about swimming in pools of money like Scrooge McDuck. Ron, like many of us, always longed for financial success and wondered what it would be like to have a bank account with more zeros than he could count. He always looked up to the wealthy moguls of our time, envisioning himself as the next tech genius or investment guru. But here's the catch. Ron lacked the financial discipline and habits of those successful individuals he idolized. He worked tirelessly, pouring his sweat and tears into his job, hoping that someday a pot of gold would magically appear at his doorstep. Yet as time went by, he started to question whether he'd ever reach that elusive $1 million mark. You see, Ron forgot a crucial step in his journey to financial success: setting realistic goals. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest without even planning your route or packing warm clothes. Without a clear vision and roadmap, Ron was left wandering in a maze of dashed hopes and dreams. But Ron didn't let his situation bring him down. He took control of his financial future by seeking help and learning about managing money. Ron set achievable goals and made a plan to reach them. He started by spending less on things he didn't need, saving money regularly, and investing wisely. Ron's hard work paid off as he slowly became wealthier, paid off his debts, and gained financial stability. Ron's story shows that with the right habits and goals, anyone can overcome money problems and create a better future. So, dear dreamers, take a page from Ron's book of financial follies. Learn from his mistakes and make sure to set achievable milestones on your path to prosperity. Remember, it's not just about dreaming big. It's about making a practical plan and taking consistent steps towards your goals. Are you ready to become the wealthiest in your bloodline? Make sure to smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and let's embark together on a path to your first million. Ron's lottery dreams crumbled as he faced the harsh reality. Odds of 1 in 292 million. He laughed at his stupidity as he realized it. Instead, he discovered the power of investing for his financial growth. Say goodbye to lottery dreams and join Ron on a journey to financial prosperity. The next reason is reason number 4. You play the lottery. Ron was an average guy like many others. He fantasized about hitting the jackpot. He believed that one day luck would shine upon him and he'd become a millionaire overnight. The lottery seemed like the golden ticket to his dreams, but little did he know what lay ahead. One day, Ron stumbled upon a startling revelation that shook his core. The chances of winning the grand prize in the lottery were about as likely as finding a needle in a haystack. Just 1 in a mind-boggling 292 million. Those odds were even worse than his chances of winning an argument with his stubborn neighbor. But the surprises didn't end there. Ron had a slim chance of winning money, and even if he did, it was unlikely that he'd win the $1 million top prize over the long term. It was like trying to find a unicorn in a crowded city. As Ron pondered his choices, he realized that playing the lottery was nothing more than a futile hope. It was like betting on the weather in a desert, pointless, and draining his hard-earned money like a leaky faucet. He couldn't help but chuckle at the irony of it all. Determined to make smarter financial decisions, Ron decided to put his money to better use. Instead of flushing it down the lottery drain, he discovered the wonders of investing. With determination and a thirst for knowledge, Ron read books, attended seminars, and sought advice from seasoned investors. He learned about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and other investment vehicles that could potentially grow his wealth. Armed with newfound knowledge, Ron started investing in a variety of assets. He carefully selected companies with strong fundamentals and growth potential, diversifying his portfolio to minimize risks. Ron understood that investing wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but a long-term commitment. As time passed, Ron witnessed the power of compounding. His investments grew steadily, generating passive income and capital appreciation. He reinvested his returns, allowing his wealth to snowball over time. Ron knew that patience and discipline were key. To stay informed, Ron followed market trends and economic indicators. He kept a cool head during market fluctuations, understanding that volatility was part of the investment journey. Ron knew that timing the market was futile and that a consistent approach was more likely to yield positive results. Ron's investments became his financial fortress. He built a solid foundation for his future, knowing that his money was working hard for him. Ron's wild lifestyle led to a harsh reality. His vices were draining his hard-earned money. Party nights, cigarettes, and fast food left his bank account gasping. But Ron made a powerful decision to turn his life around. He invested in himself, prioritizing rest and making healthy choices. Let's discover what he did in order to achieve this. Reason number 5. You have bad habits. Ron was living life on the edge, always chasing the next adrenaline rush. He didn't think twice about indulging in his favorite vices like alcohol, cigarettes, and the oh-so-tempting fast food joints, especially Taco Bell. Little did he know that these habits were silently draining his hard-earned money, leaving his bank account gasping for air. As the year went by, Ron found himself facing a bitter reality. December rolled around, and so did the realization that he was broke. All those nights of partying, the packs of cigarettes, and the greasy fast food had taken their toll on his finances. It was a wake-up call that he couldn't ignore. With a newfound determination, Ron decided to turn his life around. He stopped wasting money on habits that were harmful to his savings and his health. It was time for a change, a shift towards building real wealth. He started investing in himself, not just financially, but also physically and emotionally. Ron realized that true riches didn't lie in self-destructive behavior, but in nurturing a healthy body and mind. He began prioritizing rest, ensuring he got the sleep he needed. He traded in his fast food cravings for nutritious meals, fueling his body with wholesome goodness. Ron understood that taking care of himself was the ultimate investment. So, my friend, take a lesson from Ron's journey. Don't let those joyless expenses drain your bank account and dampen your spirits. Before we continue with reason number 6, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons to reach financial freedom. It's time to break free from the chains of monotony and seize control of your financial destiny. Ron's belief that money wasn't everything shattered as he faced financial struggles. Determined to change, he discovered books that transformed his mindset. From The Power of Positive Thinking to Man's Search for Meaning, each revealing the power of thoughts. Reason number 6. You have limiting beliefs. Ron found himself caught up in the whirlwind of life. He had always heard, and was a firm believer, of the age-old saying that money isn't everything. But it stopped resonating with him when he hit a rough patch. He thought that hard work alone would bring him the success and prosperity he desired. Oh, how wrong he was. As the years went by, he realized that money had a way of slipping through his fingers, leaving him in a constant state of worry. But Ron was determined to turn his situation around. He knew that he needed a change in mindset, a shift in his attitude towards money. It was time to take charge and make things happen. He took a deep breath, letting go of all the negative thoughts that had held him back for so long. In his quest for financial enlightenment, Ron stumbled upon a treasure trove of books that promised to reshape his perspective. The first book he picked up was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. It was a life-changing read that not only shared Peale's own story, but also revealed the secrets to mastering one's own thoughts. With each page, Ron felt a newfound sense of optimism and a belief in his own potential. Encouraged by the positive impact of Peale's book, Ron delved deeper into books which helped him reshape his limiting beliefs into successful beliefs. He discovered Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude by Napoleon Hill, a captivating exploration of the minds of highly successful individuals. From Thomas Edison to Henry Ford, Hill studied them all, distilling their wisdom into a practical guide for achieving greatness. But it wasn't just about success and financial gain. Ron realized that finding meaning in life was equally important. He picked up Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl, a profound account of Frankl's experiences in the darkest of times. It taught Ron that purpose and meaning could be found in even the most challenging circumstances, reminding him that his thoughts had the power to reshape his reality. Lastly, Ron discovered As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, a timeless masterpiece that emphasized the importance of correct thinking in achieving success. Allen's words resonated deeply with Ron as he realized that his thoughts were like seeds, capable of blossoming into a fruitful future if nurtured with care. Armed with these newfound insights, Ron set out on a journey to reclaim control over his financial destiny. He knew that life was a journey, and his financial situation was not set in stone. With each book he read, Ron's mindset grew stronger, his thoughts grew clearer, and his belief in himself became unshakable. And so, dear friend, as Ron embarked on his path to financial success and personal fulfillment, he encourages you to dive into the world of these remarkable books as well. Soak in their wisdom and let them guide you on your own journey. Remember, your mindset and attitude towards money plays a crucial role in shaping your financial future. So, like Ron, embrace a positive outlook, nourish your thoughts with empowering ideas, and pave the way toward a brighter and more prosperous tomorrow. Ron, the eternal dreamer, used to be blindsided by the lurking menace of being broke. Unaware of the consequences, his assumptions crumbled his dreams. But behold, a wise voice whispered the secret: budget planning. With newfound determination, Ron pledged to take control. Let's discover reason number 7, debts. Ron was a dreamer, always picturing a life filled with success and happiness. But little did he know the treacherous pitfall of being broke was lurking around the corner, ready to pounce on unsuspecting dreamers like him. You see, Ron was living his life, blissfully unaware of how his assumptions about his circumstances could lead to disaster. He had never imagined that excessive debt and a lack of emergency savings could transform his dreams into a distant mirage. But lo and behold, in the midst of Ron's financial ignorance, a wise voice emerged, promising him a glimmer of hope. It whispered the secret to financial stability: budget planning. Ah, yes, the miraculous elixir that could shield Ron from the clutches of being broke. With newfound determination, Ron embarked on his budgeting journey. He realized that without a proper plan, his income would forever remain an enigma. Even if fate blessed him with a salary raise, he would squander that extra money before it even arrived, spiraling into a catastrophic state of being broke. Ron learned a valuable lesson. He learned that his daily expenses held the key to his financial destiny. He made a commitment to take charge of his finances and to calculate every dollar that left his pocket. With each budgeted dollar, he carved a path to a secure and prosperous future, leaving behind the treacherous trap of being broke. So let Ron's tale serve as a cautionary reminder to all dreamers out there. Take charge of your finances. In the realm of budget planning lies the power to safeguarding your dreams from the menacing jaws of being broke. If a normal, everyday 35-year-old man from Kentucky like Ron can achieve financial prosperity, so can you and me. A story of another normal guy who reached his financial goals, who was just as clueless as Ron, is that of Freddie, who built a well-diversified investment portfolio. Check out the next video to discover how Freddie reached a prosperous future and how you can as well.